Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to deploy an Angular application onto Firebase. So if you've seen my previous videos, you've probably seen that I've taught you guys how to deploy a React application onto Google Cloud, onto AWS, onto Azure. And so for this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to deploy it to Firebase. Now Firebase is a bit relatively easy. So there are a few prerequisites. Number one is obviously you need to have your Angular application ready, and number two is you need to have your Firebase account ready. So you need to create a Google account and log into Firebase and create a Firebase account. Right, so the first thing you need to do is navigate inside to your Angular application. In my case it's Google Deploy. So in my case I'm using a simple template. This is the basic basic Angular application, which is ng new, and so you may have a more complex application, so it depends on your Angular application. So navigate inside your directory, and the first thing you need to do is you need to build your Angular application. So what you build now, the dist file will be used for deployment. So go ahead and type ng build -- for production. Right, so ng build -- production. So give it some time and it will create a dist folder, and within the dist folder there will be a few static files which you're going to be deploying onto Firebase. So this is the first thing you need to do. Go ahead and build it and give it some time. So meanwhile, while it's being built, the next thing you need to do is you need to create a Firebase account and a project. So obviously my Firebase account is up and running, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new project. So I can use an existing project as well, but I'm going to be using a new project. So I'm going to enter a project name, and it's going to be Angular Firebase, and yeah, so it's working. Right, so go on continue. And Google Analytics, we do not need it right now. If you want to use Google Analytics, it's your wish, but I'm not going to be using it now. So I'm going to go ahead and create a project. Right, so just go ahead and give it some time. And is our build finished? Yep, our build is finished. So the next thing you need to do is you're going to need to install the Firebase command line tools. So meanwhile, while our project is loading, new project is ready. Go ahead and click on continue. And right, we are inside our project. Right. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and install the Firebase command line tools. So I'm going to go ahead and npm install globally Firebase tools. Right. So what we're going to be, why we need this is because we're going to be using this to log into our Firebase account using VS Code, and then we're going to be deploying it manually on the CLI. So go ahead and hit enter. Again, give it some time. So you're going to be needing this to log into your Firebase account directly from here, and you're going to be deploying it directly from here, so we don't need to use the console online. So give it some time. So meanwhile, while this is being installed, let me just show you guys the dist folder. So when we ran ng build for production, the folder that was created is dist, so dist folder. And within this dist folder, you get your index.html, which is the main route, and you get a few static files. So as you can see, the project structure is actually very different from the original one. And in most cases, your Google Cloud or Firebase or whatever, the dist folder is what will be deployed, what will be used for deployment. So it consists of many things that you cannot understand. So yeah, meanwhile I'm still waiting for this to finish. Right, so our Firebase tools has been installed. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to need to log into our Firebase using this CLI. So go ahead and type Firebase Login, hit enter. Again, give it some time. Right, so already logged in as abdulnazir22@gmail.com. Yeah, so that is my account, so I'm going to keep it as that for now. The next thing you need to do is you need to initialize the project, so Firebase init. Now bear in mind that my account, I'm not sure if it's a free one or if the trial has expired, so in these last few steps I may not be able to actually deploy it, but I will tell you guys how to do it. So go ahead and click on Firebase, type Firebase init, hit enter, and it's going to ask you a few questions, so you're going to need to answer a few questions. Are you ready to proceed? Yes, I am. Alright, so click Y and hit enter. And right, which Firebase CLI feature do you want to use? Right. So what we need now is we're going to be hosting. So in my case, I'm going to select configure and deploy Firebase hosting sites. Right. So go ahead and click on enter for that. Oops, use spacebar to select features. So I'm going to have to go on init again. And are you ready to proceed? Yes, I am. And hosting. So which Firebase CLI do you want to use? It's going to be hosting. And just give it some time. And then press enter to confirm your choices. Yep, enter. Please select an option. Use an existing project or create a new project. Right, so we're going to be using an existing project. And select enter. Select enter, use an existing project. Alright, so the project we created now was Angular-Firebase. So I'm going to be using this project. So hit enter. What do you want to use as your public directory? So when we built our application, the dist folder was created. So obviously we're going to be using that as our public directory. So when it asks for this, just go ahead and type in dist. So go ahead and type in dist and hit enter. Right, configure as a single page app, yes. So we're going to be rerouting or rewriting all URLs to index.html. And Firebase initialization complete, right. So that is done. So the next thing we need to do, the final thing is what we need to do is Firebase-deploy, space deploy. So I guess my application is allowing me to deploy, even though I have the trial account. So one more step is Firebase space deploy. So you're going to be deploying this, all your configurations are ready. So go ahead and hit enter, and this may take a while. Right, so your dist folder is now being deployed. So yeah, it's going to take a while. So just give it some time. So as you can see, found 11 files in dist. So deploy complete, right. So hosting URL, this is our hosting URL. So it depends, you can actually go on to this. You can control click to follow link, open link, right. And as you can see, our Firebase application has been deployed. And yeah, this is Firebase hosting. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.